Hey guys, you guys wanted to know how to make step cards in Design Space, so let's make one. I've already logged in and we're going to need two things. First, we need a rectangle. I've already put it up there in my search box. And the one I like to use is this one. It's in the subscription. And then we need a line. I don't know why that always does that. So the line is the free one, and it's right here. So we'll insert those two things. Okay. So there's our rectangle, and here's our line. It's really kind of hard to see, but that's okay. So our rectangle, we're going to go over to the Edit tab. We're going to unlock it. We can unlock it here or over here. So I can do it either way. Oops. I want it to be 6 inches wide and 9 inches tall. Okay, that's our card base right there. So we're just going to stick it up here in the corner. And I wanted it 0, 0, 0, 0 all the way. Okay, so we know it's completely in the corner. So it's right here. The X and the Y is at 0. We're at top left corner. So now we'll turn our attention to our line. Our line, I want, and for some reason I have to do it this way, at 90 degrees. I don't know if it'll let me now that it's got numbers there. Okay, 90 degrees. And I'm going to want it, I want a 2-inch border over here that we're not going to do anything with. Well, kind of. So if my card is 6 inches wide, I know then that I want this line to be 4 inches. And remember, I tilted it, so that's why we're using the height. So I'm going to want it to be 4 inches. And I'm going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And I'm going to make 7 because we're going to use some for other things. So while I'm still on it, I'm going to go to the Layers tab and I'm going to duplicate till I have 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So this one is going to be for our first score on our step. So we can go back to Edit. And I want it at 6 inches. So that's going to put it right to the end of our card here. See, it stuck it up here. But I want it on the 1 inch into our card. So now it's right there. And I want this one also at 6 inches, but I want it at 2 inches into the card. They're really hard to see, but we can see them. And I want, where'd that first one go? I don't see it. Did I delete it? Oh, it didn't go. Hold on. I'm going to back up because I have lost our first line. Okay. So I want it at 6 inches and 1 inch. So there that one is. Wow, that is really hard to see. But that's okay. And I want this one at 6 inches and 2 inches. And I want this one. Wow, I do not see it. That's alright. At the 6 inches and 3.5 inches. And I want this one at 6 inches and 5 inches. And the 6 inch is the end of the line, so it puts it right on the edge of my card. So it'll go in, my line is 4 inches, and that leaves me 2 inches over here. So that's what we're doing. And then this is 1 inch down, 2 inches down, 3.5 inches down, 5 inches down. And then this one will be 6 inches and 7 inches. Okay. Now this one, we want it on the other part of the card that's going to stay intact, the part that's not going to be part of the step. So I only want this one to be 2 inches long. Okay, and I want it to not rotate. I don't know why it does that. It did that to me earlier too. And I want it at 2 inches. So my 2 inch here is 2 inches on this side. And I want it to be at 4.5, because remember our card is 6 by 9. So that's going to be the middle. So we're going to have a score line right here in the middle of our card. Okay. Now this last one, I don't want any rotation on it. So we're going to put it right back up at 360 degrees. Okay. And I want it to fit between our 7-inch mark and our 1 inch mark. So that we want it to be 6 inches tall. And I want to see if we can change the color of this card to make these easier to see. Maybe if we made it black. There we go. We can see it really good on black. I'm not cutting it on black, but we can see it real good with the black. Okay. So I really don't see our 1 inch mark on there, do you? Because that would be 7, 5. Okay, so we're going to copy this and we're just going to put it back. And so we have this line, and it was at 6 inches, and it was at 1. There we have it there. I don't know what happened to it. I knew it wasn't there, but now it is. Okay, so we want this line to fit right in here. Okay, so if we position it at 2, we're on the right mark. Okay, but we want it to be between the 1 inch and the 7 inch. So I'm going to put it at 1 inch, and there. That's going to be a cut line. So we come over here to the edit. We see which line we're on. We've got to find it on here. It'll be highlighted. Well, it should be. You can also do it this way. It's not that line. It's that line. Okay? And we know that because I clicked on it, and it's showing us it's the up and down one. So we want that one to cut, not score. And now we're going to, oh, what did it do? I really don't know why it's not really showing us things, but it's not. But we see that it's there, and it has a scissor next to it and not a score. So now if we select all, and we want to attach. Okay. Now when we go to go, we should see all of our lines. We see we have a cut line, and we have our score lines, and these are going to make our folds. And now we have a fold line there, which is the top of our card. So we're going to cut. And I've already got my paper on my mat. And I'm using white cardstock. Like I said, I'm not using black cardstock. And I hope I'm not too far away from my machine for this to work. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this and be right back. Okay, I just cut this on my Explorer, and I was recording with my other camera, and it died, I guess. The battery died. But this is what cut on our mat. Now, this is exactly how I had it laid up. We have our score lines. Actually, I guess it was this way. We have our 1 inch, 2 inch, 3.5, 5, 7, and then our 4.5, which is the top of our card. So I flipped it over, and you just crease that what we is going to have as the top of our card so that you have a little base. Don't look at my little mistake here. You don't fold that. So then you take from the 1 inch mark, because you want the biggest in the back. You fold in at the 1 inch, and then you fold the next one, and you just stair step fold it until you end up with this. Okay, so that is your card. Then what happens is these are your little stairs. You decorate on there. You can decorate on the front here. You can put happy birthday, different colors, whatever. Use and I don't know if I have any right here. The you know, the little clear stuff that your bling comes on. You can cut that. Use that to stick on there, and then stick like a balloon. It just adds a little bit of wobbly and gives it some, lets it come to life a little bit. But here is a little tip. When your card is folded up and you're going to put it in that envelope, you don't want your pieces to be taller than this, because they will not fit in an envelope and they'll get all bent up. So that's something to think about. So I would put, you know, if you were doing a birthday card, you could put some balloons, just pop them up a little bit, but not so much that they overhang your card top, or it won't fit in that envelope. So that's it. Hope I made some sense, because it's a little confusing. Just remember that your front is your 1 inch, and you fold back, and that's what structure folds. If you have any questions, let me know.